For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. The Voices of the Buzzer, September 2025, at the headquarters of military intelligence in Sofia. Colonel Serafimov's phone rang on the red line. The voice on the other end was dry and curt. "Colonel, General Katsarov is calling you to the operations room. The case is of the highest priority." Serafimov entered the dark hall, where screens flickered with maps and spectrograms. General Katsarov, tall, gray-haired, and stern, was waiting with a folder stamped "See us Sci-Fi ED 76. "Do you know what the buzzer is?" asked the general without wasting time. "The shortwave station near St. Petersburg that has been buzzing for decades," replied Serafimov. "A ghost from the Cold War." "Not a ghost, colleague." Katsarov handed him a sheet. On September 3, it transmitted its first coded message in years. On September 5, a second. On the screen, the words appeared: NZHTI Hotel L 38 965 78 58 88 37. "Some of these numbers look like coordinates," said Serafimov, his eyes scanning the data. "But they're scattered. The codes Hotel and NZHTI are more complex. The BND has already asked whether our intelligence has data linking this to the Black Sea," added Katsarov. "The CIA also sent an inquiry. Both allies claim the signal might be a test for activating an old Soviet dead hand." Serafimov tightened his lips. The Doomsday Radio. Rumors held that if the buzzer ever fell silent, an automatic nuclear retaliation against the West would be triggered. "And the Russians?" he asked. General Katsarov played a recording from a Russian radio monitoring channel. The broadcast was interrupted by a synthetic male voice monotonously repeating the numbers. And in the background, a faint melody. Serafimov listened closely and froze. "That's a Bulgarian folk song," he muttered. From the Rhodopes. The room went silent. "Which means someone inserted into the buzzer a signal addressed precisely to us," said the general, "as if someone wants Bulgaria to hear it." Later, in a hidden room of the National Intelligence Service, Serafimov and a team of cryptologists worked on the code. The numbers seemed chaotic, but when arranged according to an algorithm once used in Bogomil ciphers, they formed a map. Coordinates, not toward Russia, but into the depths of the Black Sea. "Exactly halfway between Sochi and Varna," said one of the cryptologists. "In international waters." "A pyramid," whispered Serafimov, recalling the old legends of a sunken structure in the middle of the sea. The next day, 2 foreign officers arrived in Sofia, an American CIA representative and a German from the BND. Both demanded access to the deciphered message. "Colonel," said the CIA agent, "if this is an activation code, we risk global catastrophe. You must share it." Serafimov felt the cold gaze of Katsarov, who was clearly thinking the same. Either we give them the data, or we hide it and carry the burden ourselves. At night, while reviewing the notes, Serafimov heard buzzing in the headphones. Unusual, live, from UVB-76. But this time, instead of numbers, a woman's voice was heard. "You who guard the gates, do not open them before the time. The Black Sea holds the answer." The voice was strangely familiar. It resembled archival recordings of Vanga. Serafimov removed the headphones, looked at the closed door, and realized this was no longer just a spy game. Someone, or something, was using the buzzer to send a message to Bulgaria, and that the next step would be in the heart of the Black Sea, the guardians of the Black Sea. 3 days after the last message from UVB-76, the Varna coast was buzzing with secret preparations. A Bulgarian naval vessel, designated in the documents as Research Vessel No. 7, but in reality modified for special missions, was preparing to sail. On board were Colonel Serafimov, General Katsarov, and cryptologist Denitsa, whose algorithm had deciphered the coordinates. Joining them were 2 foreign observers, CIA agent Blackmore and BND officer Heinrich Lutz. Both insisted they had a mandate to monitor the operation. "I've always loved it when allies come to hold our hand," Katsarov remarked dryly as the ship left port. On the 3rd night, when the ship reached the designated zone, the radars detected an anomaly. Something large lay on the seabed, approximately 200 meters deep. It seemed like a pyramidal structure made of an unknown material that did not reflect the signal like ordinary stone. "It looks like a monolith," said Denitsa, staring at the screen. "But the proportions are perfect." Katsarov ordered the deployment of a deep-sea drone. Its camera pierced through the darkness and suddenly captured a smooth surface, covered with strange signs, symbols resembling ancient runes and bogomil crosses. "This is not a natural formation," said Serafimov. "This is a message." Then, without warning, the ship's radio came alive. The buzzing of the buzzer mixed with a voice. "Code Hotel activated. The Guardian awaits." On the screen, the drone revealed an opening, a narrow corridor that seemed to lead inside the structure. Suddenly, all the instruments went wild. Magnetic disturbances, unknown frequencies, even the compass began to spin. "This place is a generator," whispered Denitsa. "Not for electricity, but for information." The CIA agent jumped. "We must notify Washington immediately." "This could be alien technology!" "Or ancient Bulgarian," countered Serafimov. "The Bogomils claimed that the sea guards the gates of knowledge." Katsarov remained silent. He stared at the screen as if seeing the future. And then the drone detected silhouettes. Inside, beyond the opening, 3 humanoid figures moved, tall, radiant, as if woven from light. "My God," whispered Lutz. "Is that the Guardian?" The UVB-76 station came alive again. This time the voice was clear human in Bulgarian. "The choice is yours, to open the gate or to guard it closed." The ship stood frozen in silence. All eyes turned to the general and the colonel. On them depended not only the secret of the Black Sea, but perhaps the fate of the world.